Yo, 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 how y'all feeling? Y'all good? I know I'm good. You good?
I'm good.
I'm your host, Solomon.
I'm your girl, Toya.
And this is the Be Different podcast. Welcome back to the Be Different podcast. As intro stated, I'm your host, Solomon here with my mom.
What up, y'all? It's your girl, Toya.
Oh, yeah, man. Y'all already know y'all can listen to the Be Different podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and anywhere else where you listen to your podcast. All at the Be Different podcast.
And y'all already know what to do. Go on social media and follow us. Instagram at _BeDifferent podcast. X at _BeDifferent pod. Go on YouTube, like and subscribe to our channel, Be Different Podcast.
Oh yeah, man. Y'all already know, like she said, this ain't nothing new. We just back with another episode of the podcast, man. It's just used to it now. It's just everyday thing. Yep. But
let's get into it. We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we do have a lot to talk about.
Let's start off with some college football.
Okay.
You remember when Bama hired Washington coach Will Rogers in the transfer portal? Well, he decided to stay at Washington.
He did?
Yep, he came.
Okay. We're going ahead.
It says Will Rogers has withdrawn from transfer portal, remains at Washington.
Okay. Who did Washington end up hiring as their new head coach?
I really don't know. I hadn't heard. I hadn't seen
Okay. I haven't either. That's why I was asking. So, okay.
But, hey, maybe that's the best thing for him.
Yeah.
I mean,
you already there. You committed. You know you're going to come in. You know.
Yep, and this your last year. So maybe
exactly. And plus, if he would have left, it really wasn't a guarantee that he was going to get a spot anywhere else.
Exactly. Yep. But sticking with college football, Michigan, they hired their head coach. Guess who they hired?
Who they hired? Who they get?
They hired from within. They did hire from within, and I liked it. They hired the guy that was coaching when Jim Harbaugh was suspended.
Okay.
It says Michigan has his man 2 days after Jim Harbaugh bolted to the NFL and the Chargers, which we will talk about later. The national champion Wolverines promoted offensive coordinator / offensive line coach Sharon Moore to head coach.
Okay, I like that move there because
you remember that's the dude that was crying.
Yeah. I like that move there. Cause like I said, he stepped in when Harbaugh was suspended. And they still won. He shown that he can still lead the team to get the win like Harbaugh was doing as well.
Yep. And it's somebody that already knows the team, knows the program. I mean, the players know him.
Yep.
So I think that's a good move for Michigan. Moving on to women's basketball. You remember last week we talked about TCU.
They need some play. I saw that you about to talk about how they had that walk on. Yeah, I saw that.
TCU, if y'all missed the podcast from last week, go back and watch it. But we talked about TCU women's basketball program had to forfeit some games because 2 of their players got hurt and they didn't have anybody to replace them. So they had open auditions really for their basketball team on campus. And it says TCU volleyball middle blocker Sarah Sylvester added to women's basketball roster.
Okay. I saw that. Like I said,
she's a sophomore.
Okay, but that's like I said on the last episode of the podcast. That still don't make sense to me how they don't have enough players for them to be able to have those injuries and not have enough players to play. Like, you a college, you shouldn't be having to have open trial with 2 injuries.
And not only did they add her, they also added 3 walk-ons after hosting open trials due to injury. These girls, their names Piper Davis, Ella Hamlin, and Micaiah Moore. And they are all state championship winning guards. Sound like y'all did some bad recruiting in the beginning. Anyway, I mean, you got these 3 girls on campus. All 3 of them won the championship, and they ain't on your basketball team? That's
what I'm saying. Like, that ain't making sense right there, how they went on the team from the beginning.
Exactly. I don't know what TC. Y'all dropped the ball with that one, TC.
Yeah, I don't know what y'all got going on over there.
Yeah, but hopefully it'll work out for them. But let's go and get into it. The college women's basketball game that everybody watched.
Yeah, everybody we wanted to see.
LSU and South Carolina.
LSU and South Carolina.
I was at y'all game last
we
night.
had a game Thursday night.
But I watched it. I was watching it on my phone, and y'all, that was a good game.
That was a good game.
South Carolina held on to win in Baton Rouge 76-70. And do you know the majority of that game, LSU was winning.
I know.
I
saw the highlights of it.
Yes, they had, like, I really thought that the way they were playing, I was like, come on, South Carolina, y'all undefeated. Like, what are y'all out here doing?
Man, you can't count them girls out. We been watching the highlights. Yes, LSU had to lead the whole game, but the way it was going, you just could count them out. I knew once South Carolina got their lead, it was gonna be over with.
Yeah, and again, like I said on last week, on Top Game Tuesday. Again, if you haven't listened to it, go back and listen to it. But I just couldn't go against Dawn Staley.
You can't.
Man. That's
you
the
can't.
GOAT. You can't. It's
you
no
cannot
way.
do it.
Yeah, and during her press conference last night after the game, she said something that is so true. Women's basketball, women's sports, period, won last night.
Yep.
I mean, we got a great game between two good teams. I mean, those girls
had
going
them viewers. That was a good game. Like I said, it was a good game. But with Mr. I think LSU, and when Angel Reese fouled out, that played a factor too. In the highlights I seen, Fly J really didn't do it like that game.
She didn't do as much as she normally does.
Exactly.
Last night.
See, if she would have came in and dropped her 20 points like she usually do, I feel like that would have made a difference too.
Yeah, they. I think what made the huge difference is, like you said, when Angel Reese fouled out, and the fifth foul she got that made her get out the game. She's too smart of a player. She should have known not to get that foul. Like, you knew you were in foul trouble. Yeah, I think you were gonna get it eventually, but you shouldn't have got your fifth foul on that foul.
Exactly.
Yeah. So now that fourth foul she got, I did not agree with that one at all. You remember I showed you the clip?
Yeah, when the girl they were boxing each other out and the girl fell on top of her.
If anything, first of all, I don't think a foul should have been called at all. But if you was gonna call one, I almost see where you could have called it on what's her name, Caruso? Is that her name?
Talking about from South Carolina, yes, Caruso.
I almost think you could have called it on her.
Yeah, like I said, because she fell on top of Angel Reese.
And you know, I see this stat right here. I really thought LSU outscored South Carolina every quarter, but they didn't. The only quarter they outscored them was the first. The first quarter LSU had
that's what
24,
I'm saying.
And South Carolina had 18.
That's what I was saying when I was watching the highlights. Like I said, LSU had the lead, but I knew once South Carolina got that lead, it was over with.
Yeah. And I love the way Angel and Caruso, the center from South Carolina, I love the way they battled each other. Like, I don't know if they're friends off the court, but on that court, it was not no friends going on.
Yeah, it was a good game.
It was a good
game.
Physical game, and South Carolina just came out on top. But do you know that South Carolina has beaten LSU
15 times,
15 straight times?
Yeah, no,
15 consecutive wins. That's crazy. That, I mean, a team can do that to you 15 times. The highest ticket for this game, LSU and South Carolina. The most expensive ticket purchase, $1,377 for a women's basketball
Hey, that's
game.
a lot of money for a women's basketball game.
That is awesome for women's basketball.
$1,300 though?
Yeah, 13, almost 14.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, that's a lot of money. That's a good, like she said, that's good for women's basketball.
That is great for women's basketball.
That game right there just put a whole new look over all women's basketball for real. Yeah.
But let me ask you this. I saw this on TikTok earlier today. They were talking about the game. And Haley Van Lith, she's the guard. They said on TikTok, why not put Fly J as the guard and just have Van Lith as your shooting guard? Because they said she's too slow.
Yeah, see, like when I was watching it, she can't, like she was hitting, like she was getting points, but it was almost like it was just spot up three. Like she would drive here and there, but you know, it was more of just her knocking down the three shot off the pad. So I feel like with that though, yeah, that could, but she could pass the ball too though.
Yeah.
But Fly J got good vision too. I feel like for right now it can work, but Fly J gonna have to still step up and go get that bucket as well. Even if Haley running the guard, I feel like you should keep Fly J at, you know what I'm saying, a forward because she is tall. Yeah, but as long as Fly J still going out there and create her own basket along with Haley and Angel and the other point guard they got. Yeah, her right there. They'll be all right.
You think they're gonna meet up again?
Yeah, of course they're gonna meet up again. Probably in the championship.
Yeah. I mean, it was, like I said, it was a great thing for women's sports, period. And I loved it, and I can't wait to see more of it. But let me tell you this, LSU, please don't take it out on Mississippi State Monday.
Oh, no, they're going to give Mississippi State the business. That's going to be a blowout.
playing in Starkville Monday. I wish I could go, but I got to work. But, yeah, that's going to be a blowout. Yeah,
LSU going to give Mississippi State the business.
Anything else for college football, basketball?
No, I think that's about it for college.
All right, let's move on to the NFL. We got games this weekend.
Yeah, we got some games this weekend. Some big games.
Important games. Let's start off with the Lions and the 49ers.
Lions and the 49ers.
I did see what Debo will play Sunday.
Oh, he is playing.
He will play.
I'm still around with the Lions.
Upset alert?
Upset. I'm around with the Lions. Because I was saying the Lions at first because Debo wasn't playing, but I'm still around with the Lions, even with Debo playing, because them boys want it. They got that heart. And heart beats talent.
Sometimes.
Any day.
Oh, this is a tough one for me because...
And plus, as long as Jared, like I've been saying, as long as Jared Goff don't throw any interceptions, they're going to win the game. As long as he don't turn that ball over and have over 250 yards with some good pass percentage, they're going to win the game.
Somebody said something on TikTok about Detroit secondary.
What?
They not good. I ain't really never paid that much attention to that secondary, I don't have an opinion about that. I haven't either.
Like, I've been watching their games, but haven't just.
Yeah, just that secondary just ain't been my
But Mike
focus.
Evans did torch him, though.
Yeah.
Mike Evans torched him. I watched that game. Mike Evans torched him.
So, but this is a hard one for
That's
me.
what I'm saying. But I'm around with the Lions, though. I got to be different. What the podcast say, be different. I got to be different.
I think I'm going to be different with you and ride with the Lions. I hope the Lions win. I don't know. I'm just going to say I'm going to ride with the Lions.
I'm ride with the Lions. Lions and the Ravens, Super Bowl.
Well, we know what
Lions and the Ravens,
we know
Super
who
Bowl.
he's about to pick in the next game. Kansas City versus Baltimore
Lions
Ravens.
and the Ravens in the Super Bowl 2024.
I've been riding with Lamar, and so I'm going to pick the Ravens to win. I hope they go in and...
They about to go in and embarrass Patrick Mahomes.
I saw that mass simulation you were talking about where they won by a field goal in overtime. Yeah, I saw that. I was like,
man, the Ravens about to go in and embarrass Mahomes.
Hey, Mark Andrews back. He's playing
Yep,
Sunday.
I saw that today too.
Yep. So, again, I'm going with the Ravens. I hope they pull it out.
I do too. I just want Lamar to win because I'm tired of seeing Patrick Mahomes in there, and Lamar deserves. He's been playing his tail off, him and the Ravens whole team this year. They've been doing their thing, so I just hope they finish the job off and get in there.
You know what? I was watching Cam Newton's podcast, and he said he was talking to Lamar. Mm-hmm. And Lamar said, I don't know if you remember this because you were young, but back in the day, Ray Lewis, that was the heart and soul of the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar said Roquan Smith brought their Ray Lewis juice to the team. Mm-hmm. And that's what they needed. And, and he also said that Roquan means a lot to the city. Yeah. Which he does.
He been there.
Yeah, and those young guys need some Ray Lewis juice.
Exactly.
They
need somebody that gonna fire them up. They gonna know, like, hey, we about to go out here. We about to dominate all game long.
Yes, from start to finish. Exactly. And that's what you have to do with the Kansas City Chiefs. So I think their defense is gonna hold up.
Defense gonna hold up. As long as Lamar go out there and do his thing with the offense, they gonna.
But they're gonna have a spy on him. Mm-hmm. They're gonna have a spy.
Yeah, they're gonna have a spy on.
So it's gonna be a good game, but we'll see. Breaking news, not breaking news tonight, but Jim Harbaugh is leaving Michigan to accept the head coaching job with the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yep, they finally got him in, finalized.
And we've been saying that for how many weeks now?
Yeah, we already knew what the business was. Yep. We knew what was going on.
So Jim Harbaugh, the brother of John Harbaugh, the head coach for the Baltimore Ravens, is coming back to the NFL. Mm-hmm. The brothers will have a matchup. They say, I saw it on social media, but I can't remember the date. But they will.
Hold on. The pitch about to fall.
What time? Go on, take it down.
The pitch about to fall.
So it won't fall.
I don't know. We just gonna hope it don't fall. But I hear it just going. I just hear it just slowly.
I do too. But they will play each other next season. I can't remember the date, but they will. Baltimore will play Los Angeles, so it'll be the Harbaugh Bowl.
Brother, yeah, they're gonna be a good game though.
Yep. Another hiring in the NFL. This one shocked me because I just knew Bill Belichick had this job. Falcons hired Rams defensive coordinator Raheem Morris as their head coach.
Yeah, I sent you that. I was like, I don't even know who that is, but I guess it's a good pickup because the Rams wasn't bad.
And then they said the Rams, they knew this move was coming because it's been working all the past 2 or 3 seasons. It's been in the making, so they weren't shocked by it, and they supported him 100% for the advancement and stuff. So
okay.
Congratulations to him.
Congratulations to him. They understood his role and and he wanted to be a head coach. But like I said on the early episode of the podcast, I remember it was not the last episode, but it was the episode we recorded before the Ravens played Baltimore. I was saying
the
that
Ravens are Baltimore.
I mean, the Ravens played the Texans. I was saying that a lot of these teams getting these defensive coordinators to be their head coach.
Yep,
that's a trend I'm seeing in the NFL.
Yep. It's two open positions left in the NFL.
My bad. Well, I'm gonna tell you this at the end of the NFL because I meant to say it in college. I forgot. Just remember.
But it's 2 head coaches left, vacancies right now left in the NFL, and this. The Seattle Seahawks, and the Washington Commanders.
Like I was talking to Mike at the barbershop, and he asked me like, "Who you want? Who you think I should get?" And then I was like, "I don't know," but he said Mike Frabel from the Titans. I was
like, still available.
I was like, I wouldn't mind getting him on the team.
He's still out there. Bill Belichick is still out there
because we need a coach like that, especially for defense. That's gonna be like energize and give that spark, you know what I'm saying? We need coaches like that.
I agree with you. That would be a bad pickup for Seattle. But okay, what you got? You gonna say what you had to say? Or?
No, you can say the MVP stuff first, and I just save to the end.
You gonna put this on those? Try to put this up.
Yeah, I put up on.
Okay, we gonna try to have this as a graphic, y'all. All this came from NFL, their Instagram page. They have announced the finalists for the categories like MVP, Defensive Rookie of the Year, and stuff like that. So the MVP finalists, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Christian McCaffrey, Dak Prescott, Brock Purdy. What you think?
Lamar Jackson deserves MVP.
Lamar Jackson should get MVP.
Lamar Jackson deserves MVP of the NFL, the most valuable player.
Anybody on this list, excuse me, that you think
I told you.
I told you to take it down so it wouldn't do all of that too.
I knew it was involved. Well, it's all good.
But anybody on this list you don't think should be on here?
Brock Purdy. CJ Stroud should be on there for Brock Purdy.
I agree with it. I think CJ should definitely made this list over Brock Purdy, but the powers that be, they love them some Brock Purdy.
They love them some Brock Purdy, apparently.
But Lamar, like we said, Lamar should definitely win. Everybody is saying he should win it, so he definitely should get it. Offensive Rookie of the Year finalists. You have running back Jahmyr Gibbs, tight end Sam Laporta, wide receiver Puka Nacua, running back
Puka Nacua.
Puka Nacua, my bad.
I don't know where you got no Jokic from.
Me either. I guess think about basketball. Running back Bijan Robinson and quarterback CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud is Offensive Rookie of the Year.
He definitely should get it.
He's the Offensive Rookie of the Year.
The only person that they might give it to over him is Puka.
Yep.
Because Puka broke some record.
He broke the receiving yard record.
Yeah, they might give it to him over Puka. The next one, Defensive Player of the Year. You got Darren Bland from the Dallas Cowboys, Max Crosby from the Raiders, Myles Garrett from the Cleveland Browns, Michael Parsons, Dallas Cowboys, and T.J. Watts from the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I want to say Myles Garrett because I just like Myles Garrett. I like him as DN. He's my favorite DN, but they're going to give it to T.J. Watt, though, because he leads the league in sacks, had the most sacks, and they going to get it to him.
I agree with you. I would love to see Myles Garrett get it, but I think because the NFL is so political, they're going to give it to T.J. Watt.
T.J. Watt going to get it. Yeah.
But before we leave this list, I watched something on TikTok today. Michael Parsons. This guy said that Michael Parsons is lazy and that what position does he play?
DN.
DN.
Well, linebacker, outside linebacker, then yeah.
Said and what does he ever play linebacker?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
Said he'll never really play linebacker because he's lazy. And he wasn't talking about physically lazy. He was saying he's mentally lazy because as a linebacker, you have to know the plays.
Yeah, you got to be able to read and react.
Says Michael doesn't want to put in that work. And now he gave him his credit. Said he a dog when he just out there
on the field,
out there, like you said, outside linebacker, just out there can take a straight hit at the quarterback. Gave him his props. Say he one of the best to ever do that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to being a linebacker and actually studying the plays and knowing the quarterback,
you got to watch that film, better know them plays, linebacker, especially at the middle linebacker. You got to be able to read the whole field, know what's gonna happen, the emotions, all that.
And I never thought about that until I watched that video. I was like, he making some valid points, and like I said, he wasn't hating on Mike.
Yeah, he was just being honest.
He was just telling his honest opinion. Yep. You know, they sitting around doing a podcast
like we did, yeah.
So, and I enjoyed watching because, like I said, he brought up valid points.
Mm-hmm.
But the next one, comeback player of the year. You got Joe Flacco, DeMar Hamlin, Baker Mayfield, Matthew Stafford, and Tua.
Joe Flacco, comeback player of the year.
Joe is definitely going to get
Joe.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
If anybody else, I say Baker Mayfield.
Where did he come back from?
I don't know. I don't even know why he on the list. They just said comeback player of the year, but he had a season though. Him or Matthew Stafford.
What Matthew Stafford come back
from?
I
don't know neither, but they all on the list.
Yeah. Coach of the year, Dan Campbell, John Harbaugh, D'Amico Ryan, Kyle Shanahan, Kevin Stefanski.
I say Dan Campbell. Anybody else, DeMarco Ryans.
I finna say I'm going with DeMarco Ryan.
Well, he look like
D'Amico Ryan.
Yeah, I said D'Amico Ryan.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell, because who expect the Lions to go this far? Same way with D'Amico Ryan.
You can say the same thing.
Like
for
who expected either one of them teams to go as far as they did? So if anything, I'd say Dan Campbell. Cause like I said, they still in the playoff.
Yeah,
they still going. So I say Dan Campbell.
But I say D'Amico because rookie head coach, rookie quarterback, and you went to the second round of the playoffs. Yeah, I mean, you couldn't.
You can't ask for no more than that.
Yeah, the Texans could not have asked for a better season with a rookie quarterback. I mean. They couldn't have asked for a better season. They couldn't. You know, so that's why I'm going with D'Amico. Assistant coach of the year. I don't know none of these people.
I don't either.
Ben Johnson, Mike McDonald, Todd Monken, Jim Schwartz, Bobby Slowick. Golly, the Ravens, two of the Ravens assistant coaches on here.
I say the Ravens defensive coordinator.
Mike McDonald.
Because they got the number one defense league.
I can agree with you on that because of that reason, yeah. Mm-hmm. Defensive Rookie of the Year finalists. Will Anderson Jr., Jalen Carter, Joey Porter Jr., Kobe Turner, Devon Witherspoon.
I'm going to say Jalen Carter here because he been balling too. But if not Jalen Carter, Will Anderson Jr.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I think they'll probably give it to Jalen, but I think Will be a close second. Mm-hmm. Offensive Player of the Year finalists. Tyreek Hill, Lamar Jackson, CeeDee Lamb, Christian McCaffrey, Dak Prescott.
I'm going to say either Tyreek Hill or Christian McCaffrey. I'm going to say they're going to give it to Christian McCaffrey.
Because of political reasons.
Yeah,
yes.
but...
Yep, I agree.
I say Tyreek Hill, though.
I think Tyreek deserves it.
Exactly. He got 1,700 yards as a receiver. Yeah. Like, ain't nobody else going to be touching nowhere near there in the season. You know what I'm saying? Then if he would have stayed healthy, he probably would have been pushing almost 1,800 yards. Yeah. Probably close to 1,900 yards. So I just feel like it's Tyreek Hill.
I do think they should give it to Tyreek, but I feel like they're going to give it to Christian McCaffrey. Yeah. So, but who votes on this? I don't even know. Like, you know, for the Heisman, former Heisman winners and select media players vote. Media people vote. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Who votes on this?
I guess the NFL committee. I don't know.
I don't either. But anyway, you got anything else for football?
There was everything, all the lists and stuff you had. But yeah, I do got something else on football. If there was all the lists that we had,
it was
okay. This right here is only 3 active head coaches in college football with a national championship.
Active
right now.
Dabo Swinney.
Mm-hmm.
The dude from LSU, the coach from LSU. Now, do Kelly got one? Okay.
I don't know what the third one is because I don't know. I don't know where he coached. Where they say right here. I do know where he coaching.
I'm trying to think. College. Who else? and I got to get out the SEC.
It's in the SEC. It's right up the road. Literally. About
Lane
5
Kiffin.
hours. No, about Lane Kiffin, they got a national championship.
Did he get one with Bama?
I say right up the road, but right up the road mean 5 hours.
SEC 5 hours.
Where your brother stay at?
Georgia, duh.
Exactly. Kirby Smart.
Georgia. And who the third
And
one?
the third one, Mac Brown. They say 2005 with Texas. I guess.
Oh, yep. That's, Vince Young quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, was a quarterback.
Yeah, so I guess he's still at Texas.
Easy.
I don't know
think he's still at Texas.
I didn't even heard of this coach until I saw this post right. That's why I didn't know.
But yeah, he when Vince Young played with the Hook'em Texas. Yeah.
But I saw this post right before we recorded, but I saw the TikTok early before the game day, and it was like this an opening for a lot of head coaches to get their first national championship though.
Yeah, the door is wide. Nick Saban
open.
retired, opened it though. He sure did. I never thought about that. Hey,
for real though, like, cause think about it, if Ole Miss do win that championship.
I was just finna say, I hate to say that, but Ole Miss win national championship.
That's what I'm saying. Ole Miss mess around with national championship.
But can't you see? I can see them going deep in the playoffs though.
And then they doing 12-team bracket. They gonna make it in. Being about number 10 or number 12.
I ain't even gonna say that low. I would call them number 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Honestly, the way they got their recruits coming in and their transfer portal.
Ole Miss is good. They just can't never beat the Bama and the Georgia.
And this might be the year for them to beat the Bama.
And then depending on what the schedule's looking like, the SEC changed with adding new team.
Ole Miss don't even play Bama next year.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
This gonna be the year where they can have that undefeated season and mess around and be that top 4 team. So they gonna be good now. They gonna be good.
Interesting to see.
Ole Miss gonna be good now.
I sure hate to see that school up north do that, but oh well.
Yeah.
Anyway, you got anything else for football?
No, I think that's about it for football with NFL wise.
Let's move on to basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, y'all, these boys.
These boys been hooping.
These boys been hooping in basketball.
These boys been hooping. They been hooping, dropping all these points and still losing.
So y'all know we have a crazy schedule. So we recorded Top Game Tuesday on Monday because we had a game Tuesday.
Yep.
So this all happened Tuesday, so we didn't get a chance to talk about it until now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start off. This was all Tuesday night. Joel Embiid, 70 points.
I know.
Karl Anthony Towns, 62 points.
I know.
KD, 43 points.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Tatum, 39 points.
Mm-hmm.
In one night.
And it's just a free run. See it. Giannis, 31.17 rebound, 10 assists, triple-double. Luka Doncic, 33.18 rebound, 13 assists, triple-double. Same night now. Jaylen Brown, 34 points. Harrison Barnes, 32 points. Victor went for 33 points. Only guarding Embiid when Embiid went for 70. And DeJounte Murray had 35 with a game one.
All Tuesday night.
All Tuesday on the reunion of Kobe, he had 81 points on the Raptors.
Yep. So before I got a question to ask you about these people scoring all these points.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight, Luka
went for 73.
Tonight, Luka went for 73.
And they barely won.
And they barely beat Atlanta Hawks.
And Devin Booker went for 62 tonight, and they lost, just like Karl Anthony Towns.
Devin Booker, 62 points tonight. Yep, and they lost. So my question to you is, with all these players having these high-scoring games like this, do you think they're having these games because the league is soft and they calling fouls if you blow too hard on them, or they just that good?
They just good, bro.
Okay.
It's like what Cameron said. It's like that question KJ asked when he was on here. Are the players in the G League just not good, or the level of the NBA is just that high? The level of the NBA is just that high, bro.
Yeah.
Like the way the league right now, you got Bron, not old, but you got Bron, his 20th season still averaging 27 points.
Yep.
You got Steph. He considered old in basketball years. Still, him and Clay just had 50 points. They had 105 points combined the other night, like 2 nights ago.
Yep.
You got Kevin Durant still coming out here averaging 25. Then them just the older guy. Think about the young guy. Embiid averaging 30 and 15 a game. Every game, bro. Shea, 30 points a game. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, 30 points a game.
Joker.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
like the league is skilled. The NBA right now is probably the best, like skill wise, it's been in a long time.
Yeah,
like just offer just pure talent, just pure raw skill and scoring the ball. It's probably the best that we gonna see in a long time.
Yeah, though these boys are talented. And then when you think about it, like I saw something on TikTok, their kids way more talented than
That's
they
what I'm
are.
saying.
I mean,
the NBA,
so
like the NBA in good
look
hand,
what we
bro.
got to look to in the future. I mean, look at the way Bronny playing at USC.
That's what I'm
or
saying.
Even his little brother at Sierra Canyon. Like what I saw, it was high school kids at Sierra Canyon. You got Bryce James there.
Yep.
You got Matt Barnes. His twins play for the other popular school in California that's coached by Derek Fisher.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
You got Scottie Pippen's son.
He played with Sierra Canyon. Yep.
You got Martin, I think that's his name. He's a Keon Martin. I think that was his son. But it was like 6 or 7 NBA players, kids playing in that game. I mean, I'm like, this is the future, right?
That's what
here.
I'm saying.
This is the future, you know.
And then the game just it gets better. The skill level expands every year.
Yeah.
And we didn't say we saw that just off of, because you can't compare no Shaq to Embiid, because Shaq wasn't shooting no three. Shaq wasn't doing nothing that involved shooting the jump shot. Shaq is posting you up and dunking the ball.
Yep.
Embiid ain't trying to do all that. Embiid gonna get to his spot, gonna hit you with that jab step and shoot the ball over your face.
Yep.
And he gonna go in straight net, ain't touching nothing but the bottom of the net.
And also, again, the game was more physical when Shaq played.
You know what I'm saying?
Mean, some of the fouls that Shaq and them did, you do that today, you getting ejected.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
but that's how. But it's like, it go back to what you're saying too, though. Now I'm not gonna say the league soft, but they call more fouls too, and you got players like Luka Doncic. I was looking at his stats. He was like 25 for 26 from the free throw line. You shoot 26 free throws.
Exactly. One person shooting 26 free throws.
That's 26 easy points.
Yep.
At 3 points. Ain't nobody in your way. All you gotta do is go up there and knock the shot down.
Yep. I mean, like I said, I think it's a little bit of both. Though I think it's more because, you know, the talent is they're great, but I do also think that guys are scared to guard these players because, like I said, you breathe on them too hard, they calling a foul. Or if you look at the ref crazy, they giving you a tick. Like they gave Jason Tatum a tick the other night. He was bracing himself after a dunk, and they teed him up for that. So, I mean, I think it's a combination of both. But anyway, another story in the NBA.
A crazy story. That
Milwaukee Bucks fired
I'm sorry, you gonna say the story?
I was reading it, and I'm like, I was something else. I know I did pausing. Milwaukee Bucks fired their coach, Adrian Griffin.
Mm-hmm.
They hired Doc Rivers.
Dumb.
First of all,
the worst pickup y'all could have done.
First of all, what you think about them firing Adrian Griffin? Because the Milwaukee Bucks got a winning record.
Exactly.
So,
it's something internal going on. It gotta be because ain't no way y'all just firing y'all coach like that and y'all got a winning record.
Well, you know, ESPN them say that he lost control of the locker room.
I heard that too, and I heard another thing. I don't know how true this is. I think this is just a joke, but I heard that he told that the coach Adrian Griffin had told Giannis' brother that he was in the NBA. He was getting the NBA from insurance fraud because he sucked.
Well, he does.
He does now.
That boy
brother.
just in the league because Giannis is his brother.
Exactly, but I mean, I can't even be mad at Giannis though. If I got a little brother, and I know he ain't gonna be probably as good as me. It's a package deal. It's me, and wherever I go, he gotta come too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you, but speaking of Giannis, I did hear that Giannis had a lot to do with it.
Yeah,
like,
you know, Giannis is your best player. He's your superstar. Of course, he had something to do with it.
Exactly.
He ain't gonna fire the coach without running it through him first.
Exactly.
But I don't know. They couldn't have ran that Doc Rivers through him, or if they did, he just don't know nothing about Doc Rivers.
Doc Rivers, no,
because Doc Rivers ain't won nothing.
Oh, I got his stats. Doc Rivers NBA records. He has lost 32 closeout games. He has lost 7 series when leading 3-2.
Mm-hmm.
He has lost 10 game 7s. Last, he has lost 12 series when holding a series lead. But that's who you want as your head coach.
That's what I'm saying. They talking about that they didn't feel that Adrian Griffin that Adrian Griffin can lead the Bucks to winning 3 series before the finals.
Doc Rivers has proven he can't do it.
Exactly. Doc Rivers ain't gonna do nothing. The Bucks just lost tonight to the Cavaliers.
Yep, sure did.
And
this was his first game, wasn't it?
Nah, it wasn't his first game. They won their first game, but it's Giannis though. Like Giannis, had a triple double with Adrian Griffin, and had a triple double the next game with Doc Rivers. Like Giannis don't get his.
Yeah. And like I saw something on social media that was like, how hard it must not be hard to get a job in the NBA.
It can't be,
because they was like, you look at Doc Rivers' resume. He had the Boston Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
You had 3 Hall of Famers: Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Rondo, and you won 1 time with them. Then where he go? He didn't go to the 76ers next, did he?
Oh, after what?
After Boston.
I went to the Clippers.
He went to the Clippers. Okay, with the Clippers, you had Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, and you had
Crawford.
these boys when they were in their prime.
Yep.
And y'all, did they ever even make it to the conference finals?
Man, they didn't.
They
do
never
nothing.
made it to the Western Conference Finals.
They didn't do nothing.
Okay, then you go to Philadelphia 76ers. You get rid of Jimmy Butler.
Mm-hmm.
You had Joel Embiid. You had James Harden. And I mean, Ben Simmons. I forgot about Ben Simmons. So,
bro, Doc Rivers ain't won nothing. Like I said,
nothing.
Like,
he had,
bringing him in. You could have got a better coach than that.
And you can't. I mean, that was over what 15 years ago when he won it with the Celtics.
Exactly.
And what we just talked about, the game has changed so much since then. So I mean, you can't base you hiring him out where he got a championship. That was like 15 years ago.
Exactly.
So,
and plus, one of the Bucks' main problems is they don't have any defense.
But you got rid of Drew Holiday.
That's what I'm saying. They traded all their defense to get Dame. Then they don't have no defense. You got to bring in a coach that's going to actually be able to coach them guys, because you're going to need defense in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then when the playoff comes, you're going to have defense. You're going to have to stop somebody. But
I don't know.
I don't know. We just going to have to see when the time comes.
All right, the NBA All-Star Game is coming up. I think it's next weekend. Is it the weekend before the Super Bowl or after? I'm not sure. I can't remember. Sure. But they announced the starters for the East and West Side Conference. Your Eastern Conference starters are, you got Giannis as captain, of course. Mm-hmm. Then you got Joel Embiid, Tyrese Halliburton, Damian Lillard, and Jason Tatum.
Yep.
For the West starters, making his record-breaking 20th All-Star appearance. I need to be there announcing him.
He just old. That's all it is. He's
you
just
have
old.
your captain, LeBron James.
He just old. Like, he gonna break every
record.
Because he old. Not because he good, because he old.
Because he good. And then as for the West starters, you also have Luka Doncic, Kevin Garnett. Luka
Doncic, Kevin Durant, LeBron, Nikola Jokic, and Shea.
I wanted to do it, but yeah, those are your starters for the Western Conference.
Mm-hmm.
What you think?
That's gonna be a good matchup.
Yeah, I like those Western Conference starters.
But I saw this one thing though about the Eastern Conference final. It said, let me go to it. Let me scroll down. Right here was Jalen Brunson snubbed from an All-Star starting spot. They compared him and Damian Lillard's stats. Damian Lillard is averaging, I'm putting the picture up too. The picture comes from Overtime on Instagram. Damian Lillard averaging 25.3 points per game, 4.3 points rebound per game. I'm going to round it off to 7 assists per game and 1 steal a game. Jalen Brunson averaging 27 points a game, 4 rebounds with 7 assists and a steal.
They got similar numbers.
But
Jalen's points.
Jalen Brunson's points push him above, just right there above it, just a little bit. Well, and then the Knicks beat the Bucks.
They sure did. Well, I think Dame is a political move. Mm-hmm. I think they weren't gonna let Jalen Brunson start over Dame.
Man, they gotta leave that politics stuff alone, though.
Yeah, I agree.
They gotta leave that politics stuff alone.
Now, I really haven't been watching Jalen Brunson play, but I mean, I see the highlights. He's been hooping.
He be leading that Knicks team like a point guard should. He does his thing. Did he even
make the reserve?
Yeah, he made an All-Star, I think.
Okay. Well, like I said, I think that was a political move by the NBA because you hyped up this Giannis and Dame playing together. So, of course, both of them got to be All-Stars. You know? So, that's what I think. And then, what was it last year? It was Giannis and Chris Middleton. Both of them were All-Stars from the Bucks. Mm-hmm. So, the Bucks got some
the Bucks been hooping now. The Bucks been hooping. Yep. I give them that.
Yep.
But speaking of the NBA, though, You saw what Shaq had said?
Yes, did I send that to you?
Mm-hmm. About Boy and Wemby.
Yep. And see, y'all, this was interesting because last week on the podcast, Solomon and Tudor had a whole 30-minute debate about Wemba and Boy. You
can't talk Boy and Wemby.
And I said Wemby.
Man, you said Wemba and Ball, something like that.
Wemby.
Boy, but Shaq said Boy was the first to do it. Wemby wants it more. Boy is lazy ass, but Boy can do everything Wemby can, even a little better. And that post come from ESPN on Instagram.
But which one of y'all said that last week?
I did.
Yeah, y'all.
Well, I said I'm gonna take Wemby over Boy because Wemby just get that opportunity. But if Boy would have came into the league and been a day one starter like Wemby, it would have been the same thing. Like he said,
yeah, he's not getting his opportunity with Phoenix like that. I agree with y'all.
Boy ain't been getting his opportunity since he got into the league, and like he said, it might be because Boy is lazy. He don't want to put in that work, but. Yeah. In high school, Boy was good. In college, he was like hooping for real. But I don't know how true that lazy part is. Shaq, he be more behind the scenes and got more contact and connect than we do. But to me, I just think he didn't get his chance. Cause he haven't been playing a lot with any team he been on.
He really come in and like garbage minutes,
exactly.
So I don't know, but we'll see. Now this next story is about your boy.
Who?
Draymond Green.
What did he do now?
He nothing yet.
What he did now, man?
Team USA reportedly excluded Draymond Green from their 41-player pool with managing director Grant Hill believing it was best not to include him in the Olympic pool this time around.
Yeah.
So he will not even be considered to be on the Olympic team this year.
It's this year, 2024. Yeah, I agree with that.
I do too.
I agree with that.
I think with everything he's been through, that's the right move.
Exactly. I feel like he need to just chill and focus on himself, get his stuff together before he go out there and try to play against anybody else.
Are the Olympics in the United States this year?
I don't know.
I don't know what they at either, but see, you can't go overseas doing that crazy stuff because they'll put you in jail.
They're going to put you in jail. They ain't going to play no games with you.
No, sir. So I think that is an excellent move by them. So you got anything else basketball?
Not basketball. I do have this one other topic to talk about. They gotta make it's about football though. They gotta make everything about race when it comes to black people.
Yeah, it's coming up on Black History Month though, so we can talk about it.
But the 2023 AFC Championship marks the fourth matchup between black starting quarterbacks in a conference championship game or a Super Bowl.
So this year you got Lamar and Patrick.
This one will make 5.
Hey, Lamar and Patrick.
2023
was Patrick and.
Will Lamar and Patrick this year game be considered 2023?
I think so.
Okay, because on the poster say 2023 AFC Championship game.
So.
Okay. So this year makes 4. My bad. 2023 AFC Championship game. Patrick Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson.
Patrick and who last year?
No, Super Bowl last year, Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts.
Yep, okay.
2013 NFC Championship games, Russell Wilson and Colin Kaepernick. These 2 yellow.
Boy, they black.
Boy, I tell you. And 2004 NFC Championship, Mike Vick.
Donovan McNabb.
I don't know who this is.
Donovan McNabb, Philadelphia Eagles. Yep.
I'm not counting Russ and Colin Kaepernick. Them 2 yellow. They yellow. They some yellows. They some yellows.
Mike Vick and Donovan, man, that's been so long ago.
I don't even want to count Patrick Mahomes because he yellow too with curly hair. Boy, I tell you. Boy.
Patrick is black. I
guess so, according to them.
What else you got for football?
Just football wise, let me see, man. I just be scrolling.
Or basketball or whatever. I got something else that ain't got nothing to do with
this. Really a little short episode of the podcast.
Yeah, we went through stuff quicker than I really. I got something.
Hey man, I meant to say that before we started because I sent you this, bro. Shout out to Louisville coach, man. Louisville defensive coordinator, Louisville High School. Jackson State hired Javance Jones as their special team coordinator and outside linebacker coach. Jones was the defensive coordinator at Louisville High School, where the Wildcats had arguably the best defense in the state last season.
I mean, how many state championships do they have?
Yep. So shout out to him, man.
Shout out to you. What's his name again?
Javancy Jones. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah, I saw that on Facebook. But yeah, I mean, Louisville was number 1 in the state this year. So yeah, shout out to you, young man. Go down there and show them Tigers what the Wildcats do up here. I also sent you something else. What else did I send you? I don't know. I can't remember.
Send it to me on Instagram. That's all I'm really doing now, because we went through everything on that. Like, we went through fast.
Yeah, I got something else, though.
Go ahead.
WWE. You remember that? You used to like wrestling.
Who don't remember WWE?
You remember when Jay bought you them wrestling tickets for Christmas that year?
He bought Papa on wrestling ticket. We just both went.
Oh, sure did. I remember y'all went. But you remember Vince McMahon?
Mm-hmm.
So Vince McMahon was the chairman of the WWE. For y'all that don't know, that's wrestling. You know, when I was coming up, it was I think it WCW or something like that. I can't remember. I just remember the wrestlers. But Vince McMahon, like I said, the chairman, he has resigned as chairman because a lady came forth today and accused him of offering her for sex to a wrestler.
Huh?
He basically was trying to pimp a lady.
I know, I get what you're saying. You saying offered sex to a wrestler or offered sex to himself for a wrestler?
He offered the girl. He was trying to be the pimp.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
He was trying to be the pimp, yeah. Mm-hmm. And so she has sued him for that. And because of this, like I said, he has resigned. When the last time you watched wrestling? It been a minute.
No, I watch wrestling now, because when I be at the house, it just be on. Cause I still watch Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I watched.
I still watching. I still peep in, tune in every now and then.
The Rock came back.
I don't know. I ain't seen The Rock in a minute. I don't just be watching a long time. I just, you know what I'm saying, here and there.
Yep. You got anything else?
No, but since we really went through this episode faster than what I expect, faster than normal, because we had 46 minutes of recording. I'm just gonna say the NBA score for the night, since we had a basketball game tonight. There's some more NBA games. The Spurs beat the Trailblazers 116-100. The Memphis Grizzlies beat the Orlando Magic 107-106. The Cavaliers beat the Bucks, like I said earlier, 112-100. Oklahoma City Thunder beat the
Oklahoma.
I said Oklahoma.
You said Oklahoma.
I said Oklahoma. I got to know my town. I don't get it messed up.
I don't either.
Oklahoma City Thunder, like I said, beat the Pelicans 107-83. The Clippers beat the Raptors 127-107. The Mavs beat the Hawks 148-143. The Rockets beat the Hornets 138-104, and the Pacers beat the Suns 133-131. Them a lot of high scoring games, and all I see is no defense being played.
And D Book had 62 points in their loss.
They see a lot. That's what I said. He had 62 points. KD had 20 points. Eric Gordon had 14 points.
What Bradley Beal do?
12 points. They center ain't do nothing though. He only had 2 points.
Oh, I know something else we forgot to talk about.
What?
Terry Rozier got traded to the Miami
so
Heat.
Did. We did forget to talk about that. So did the Heat. That was they missing piece of point guard. Them and the Lakers really were missing the same thing. A point guard, so they two guard can actually run two. Yeah. Like they supposed to. Yeah. Like now the Heat with Terry Rozier, they can let him run the 1. Tyler Hero at the 2. Jimmy at the 4, Bam at the 5, and I don't know who they got at the 3, but I'll put Duncan Robinson in there.
That may be who they got.
That's what I do on 2K. I put Duncan Robinson in.
Didn't they trade Kyle Lowry?
Yeah, they trade Kyle Lowry in on 2027.
Some draft picks.
Not just 2027 first round, but they said the Hornets said they were trying to find a way to where they could just buy out Kyle Lowry contract and then get somebody else for him. Oh, okay. He old anyway.
Yeah, Kyle Lowry is old. The Lakers still ain't made a trade. They still just running their mouth.
Man, they ain't gonna do nothing. They gonna keep D-Lo and they gonna be at home.
And you know what? You know why I really think they gonna keep him now? Because he done had a couple of 2 or 3 good games.
And we didn't even talk about the Snoop Dogg video.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk about that, y'all. But that's why I think they gonna keep D-Lo, because he done had 2 or 3 good games, and they gonna say, well, he can do it, and then he gonna go back to doing like nothing. Garbage. But what Solomon is talking about, y'all know Matthew Barnes and Steven Jackson, they have a podcast. I think All the Smoke or something like that.
That's what it's called.
That's what it's called. Y'all should tune in to them. Also, shout out to y'all. You know, y'all watch this. Holla at your girl. But anyway, they had Snoop Dogg on there. And one of the questions they asked Snoop Dogg, y'all know Snoop Dogg is a diehard Laker fan. And they asked him, they said, if Jeannie Buss, the owner of the LA Lakers, called you right now and said, Snoop, I need you to keep it real with me. What do we need to do to get better? And Snoop said he would tell her, Jeannie, we need to move some furniture. And I'm talking about some big pieces of furniture. Need to do that. And he said, he's not talking about this. These were his words. I ain't talking about Cuz over there that's been playing in the league 20 seasons. He doing his thing. I'm talking about another big piece of furniture. And then the only player name that he called out was number 12. He said number 12 is a piece of furniture that needs to be moved. Prince.
Okay, yeah, Prince.
He said 12 is a piece of furniture that needs to be moved. But that big piece of furniture he was talking about.
Oh, so who you think that is? Who you think he talking about?
AD, because it's not LeBron, because he said, I ain't talking about Cuz over there that been playing 20 seasons.
How you know he talking about AD though?
What other big piece you got?
Well, yeah.
What other big piece you got?
AD been giving you buckets though. AB ain't giving you what you need him to, what he need to do.
And another thing that he said, we got to be able to compete with these young goons.
You right.
He said before Ja Morant got hurt, when he came back out there killing them, which he was.
He was.
And what Snoop said, he was like, when them old guys come to town, like the Clippers, the Phoenix Suns, we could compete with them because they old like us.
Yeah.
But them young goons, Anthony Edwards,
they can't keep up with
They can't keep up with him. And he made some very valid points.
He did, but that comes with coaching too. Like you gotta get you some young guards, like young defensive players, because you can keep Bron and AD down there in the post, but you gotta have at least a young small forward in the point guard.
Yeah, I agree.
Like you can have a older shooting guard, you know what I'm saying? They can get by. But yeah, he right about that. They gotta get some young players.
So AD, we know AD has a no trade clause in his contract, but let's just say he removes it. Who you trading to?
AD. Who need a center?
AD is a big piece of furniture, like Snoop said.
He is there. I'm trying to think, man. Who needs a center, like a good center? Trying to think, like. No.
Who you finna say?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I want to say the Warriors, but I
was thinking the Warriors,
but I don't want to say the Warriors though, cause they got Looney. Like they necessarily don't need AD. And plus, if they get AD, who they gonna give up? Clay and Andrew Wiggins.
Nah, if the Warriors get AD, and we had talked about this, you got to give up. I think you have to give up Draymond, Clay, somebody off the bench, and some draft picks.
That's too much.
For AD,
that's too much.
You think? I don't think so.
If anything, I'm just giving up Clay. If I'm giving up Clay and Draymond, I'll throw Wiggins in there and you getting a draft pick. I'm not throwing in nobody else. You getting Clay and Draymond.
Well, yeah,
for AD. AD ain't like we getting a streaky player. We both getting streaky players. Cause when AD on, he on. But when he off, he off. Just
Clay
like
is a streaky player.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Two streaky players.
So I mean, off the top of my head, I can't think of anybody that needs a center either. I mean, that he would be willing to even go to.
That's what I'm saying. So
the Warriors, it would have to be a championship potential team. So I mean, and then the Phoenix Suns got that guy Nurkic. Is that his name?
Yeah.
They got him.
But if anything, though, I'll send them. If I'm Miami, I'll try to go get him. I don't know who I give to the Lakers. Honestly, I don't.
But they got Bam.
You're right, but Bam is a small center. Bam only like 6'9", 6'10". He just be working too though. So think about you run two guard. Think about not two guard, two post. You got Terry Rozier, Tyler Hero, Jimmy running the 3, Bam at the 4, cause he can shoot the ball a little bit. He can knock the jump shot down. And then you got AD at the 5, and Bam can get rebound, help AD. They gonna both be in there inside getting rebound. Hey, he gonna be just like the Timberwolves, what they run with Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns.
But I don't think Miami has enough to give up for AD.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't know what they'll get the Lakers.
I mean, Honestly, AD is worth more than a Terry Rozier and
Nah, you can't get rid of Terry Rozier, but he worth more than like some bench players.
Yeah,
it's some rookies. You know what I'm saying?
So that's what I don't think they have. What they need to get him. But that was just I thought that was very interesting what Snoop said. Yep. I mean, I agree with him. They gonna have to do something if they plan on making a deep run in these playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. But I don't know if it's like. You know what I'm saying?
If it's the players or the coaches.
No, I don't know if it's AD. I don't want to get rid of AD.
I don't think it's AD, but some people on social media were saying get rid of Brun. Of course, he has a no trade clause too. But if you get rid of Brun, you can look at the stats. Their plus minus minutes are horrible when Brun's on the bench.
That's what I'm saying. You don't get rid of Brun. You get like we been saying. You get rid of D'Lo, bro.
Yeah, D'Lo.
Forget all that stuff.
Is who you need to get rid of.
Get rid of D'Lo. Get rid of. I keep Vanderbilt. Get rid of Prince, like he said.
Yep.
Throw in. Excuse me.
Hachimura, maybe.
Nah, you gotta keep Hachimura. You keep him.
I think you keep AR too.
And Cam Reddish.
Yep, Cam Reddish.
You get rid of them. Throw some draft picks in there. Somebody pick them up.
Going off topic from the Lakers, I saw something on social media that said the Bucks trying to get Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I saw that.
But I can't remember who they said the Bucks would give up for him. Did you?
It said it was some player like that I didn't know. That was from nobody. Not even say nobody, but they didn't know.
They weren't KD level caliber players to give up, you know. So.
But KD on the Bucks though.
KD,
that still ain't no defense.
It still ain't no. You got plenty of offense. Yeah, a whole bunch of offense.
Yeah.
So. The trade deadline is coming up, so it's gonna be.
It's definitely gonna be interesting
to
see
the moves that are being that some NBA teams gonna make. Before we go, one last question: what NBA team right now you think is good? They don't need to make no moves.
The Nuggets.
Duh, yeah, I knew you was
gonna say Nuggets.
That. Yeah. Duh. I agree with you on that one. It's definitely the Nuggets.
The Nuggets. Yeah. I feel like the Suns, all right too, but they need some defense. Like, they either need some defense or another young scorer they can bring in. They can bring in that they know gonna get them at least 15 a night consistently. Yeah. But he gotta be young though. He can't be no more than I say more than 5 years in the league.
Okay, I agree with you on that.
Because Bradley Beal ain't doing it.
He stay hurt too much.
He ain't consistent enough.
He stay hurt.
Him and Kevin Durant stay hurt too much. But when Kevin Durant playing though, he'll give you his.
He is. You got anything else?
Nah, I think that's about it for this episode of the Be Different podcast.
You got your Be Different quote of the week?
Of course I got it. Of course.
Yo, uncle, when I talked to Jay on the way home, he was like, make sure y'all had a quote ready this week. I said, man, we just be freestyle.
It's just a freestyle thing. See, I just looked one up, boy, while we was talking though. But this Be Different quote this week says, nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. Audrey Hepburn.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all.
I'm going to put the picture in the background of what it says too, y'all. Y'all know we're trying to get a little fancy with the edits.
All right, y'all. Mm-hmm. Until Top Game Tuesday, I'm Toya.
I'm Solomon.
Remember, be different.
Peace. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Be Different podcast. Make sure to listen, download the Be Different podcast every Saturday at 2 o'clock and every Tuesday on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio, all at the Be Different podcast.
As always, y'all know you can follow us on social media, Instagram @_Be Different podcast, Twitter @_Be Different pod. Go on YouTube and subscribe to our channel, Be Different Podcast.